My friends, Alex Jones here with an Infowars.com breaking news report. You've seen the media admit that there's a war against lemonade stands and people that have gardens at their house. Government is going after Amish people selling their neighbors raw milk or raw cheese. They're SWAT teaming people who are caught selling tomatoes on the side of the road. Government wants to shut down what's left of the real economy. They want to force you into the big box stores who can get away with bloody murder and buy most of their goods from slave factories so horrible that they have to put nets up around the buildings because they have hundreds of suicides, like in the case of the Apple iPhones and iPods. So all of this is going on, and I see these type of reports every week now. Gibson guitar, one of the few iconic American companies we've got left, exporting fine products to the world, has been raided before, the Wall Street Journal is reporting, and found to not be violating any laws. But the feds don't care. They're back. It doesn't matter that they have environmental groups and have even paid the protection money to the Forest Stewardship Council's certified supplier, where it's only trees that have fallen over or died of the precious hardwoods. It doesn't matter if they've jumped through all the international UN conventions. The green police have come in and raided them again, and if they can find that any of that wood wasn't properly certified, why, they're facing $17,000 fines and felony charges and many years in jail. And it turns out that they've raided Gibson before, and that they got egg on their face, so they're back again. Now remember, we've got foreign megabanks that have stolen tens of trillions of dollars from the American taxpayer, Goldman Sachs creating trillions in derivatives, destroying our entire economy, the world economy melting down, and what is the government doing? Year-long, million-dollar investigations of Amish people who are publicly selling their neighbors' milk. But they do the whole investigation like they're criminals so they can show the jury the undercover stuff and the SWAT team raid. It's all theater. And that's what this is. Let me explain something to you. They know, and we've got a big report on this next week coming out, that bisphenol A, that is in almost every plastic out there that we eat and drink out of, they knew in the 30s caused massive breast cancer increases, can flip the sex of a male in the hormonal enzyme releasers in different glands in the body. They know that. And so what do they then do? They come out and have the breast cancer groups, and they have the HIV organizations, and then they lead and control the movements to basically cover up what they're doing. So a bunch of things are happening here. This is an attack on American industry and total harassment, and an attack on anybody, you know, the lady dying of cancer tries to have a garage sale, and they, you know, the police come and shut her down and ticket her. And the Girl Scout cookie people get in trouble. It's about teaching us that we're all criminals and turning the big drug war police state apparatus loose on the general public. And all these weird SWAT team raids on people that might have plowed a field that had a rat in it that wasn't even endangered or had a puddle in it. It's a giant federal power grab, and it's called Agenda 21. It's going on worldwide. So it's shutting down our industry, just like they're shutting down the coal power plants that are totally clean, only put off carbon dioxide and water vapor. If they're not insiders like General Electric, then General Electric stock goes up, their profits go up because they're the only ones being able to operate. See, they sell you less for more. So it's about seizing our infrastructure, setting up Gestapo over commerce, just like the Soviets had, so they can consolidate it and only allow the big corporations to operate. But it's also about hiding and covering up all the real environmental problems. You see, if they can flip out on somebody who cuts a tree, you know, at their house because it's leaning over their home, like here in Austin, and threaten to arrest people, then they get to grandstand and never worry about the thousands of companies crossing animals and plants together, all the mutations that are coming out, the honeybees dying from the BT corn, the fact that it's admitted that all these major GMO crops that are cross species are, you can look this up, causing incredible birth defects and health problems, sperm counts dropping, all of this huge genetic genocide that's going on. and the human cloning and splicing humans with animals at the embryonic stage, all of this huge stuff and toxic waste dumping in the ocean, all of this stuff's completely ignored, and it's all about green police breaking everybody's will and setting the precedent and exercising power to completely dominate people. And now they're reporting that they're starting to raid people, and they'll do it to well-known musicians because it also gives them publicity. And they know that they can then put the idea out that, ooh, the green police are coming. Just like they go after celebrities for IRS stuff because it gets a lot of attention. They're saying, yes, doesn't matter if you have a 1920s Gibson or other guitar. And they're starting to raid people's homes. So why do they choose famous musicians? Well, they know they're going to have a guitar collection. Then they'll seize the guitars. And it's saying that when you leave the U.S. or go into Canada, it doesn't matter if you have an old guitar. If it's wooden, they'll impound it or fine you or arrest you. And so this is what tyrants do. They pass all these laws that they can then interpret to target the general public and basically enslave everybody. And here's Gibson jumping through all the hoops, putting the environmental certification on there. And there's this idea now that all wood is bad. I'm hearing lectures about you shouldn't have wood furniture. You shouldn't have wood in your house. Wood is renewable. We have more trees in this country, the Forest Service admits, than we had 100 years ago. I mean, this is crazy. Humans have always used wood. It turns out most of the rainforest stuff was just a bunch of hype and lies by groups that want to be able to set up authoritarian systems to decide who can have a business and who can operate and who can live. Now remember, China gets to build 3 new coal power plants a week. We build on average 3 a year. China does whatever they want with the environment. We have more and more regulations and rules. The globalists have invested everything in China. So when they shut down our industry here, that automatically creates artificial scarcity in manufacturing and raw materials, and that makes the Chinese stock go up. That makes the globalist investments go up. That's how this monopoly, crony capitalist model works, where they collectivize our lives so we have no rights and are tied up in red tape while they're internationalist and exempt. It's just like when they push higher taxes on the rich, Warren Buffett. Meanwhile, he helped write the regulations decades ago to make himself exempt offshore. They're just lobbying to then take the middle class's money and then feed it to themselves in banker bailouts. And it's the same thing with these green police. The mayor of San Francisco last year when they had that Audi commercial about the green police, la la la, arresting people for light bulbs or hot tubs, saying that's too much energy in your hot tub, you're arrested. If you haven't seen it, just type in green police Audi commercial. That was, again, about getting you ready for what's really happening. And now they're actually doing it. And the mayor of San Francisco said, well, we're glad this was produced here, and I've talked to the company that made this commercial. This is what we're going to do. So it was open conditioning. While there's Mexican cartels, mass murders, death on the border, nothing's done about it. While there's police dealing drugs everywhere, nothing's done about it. While there's cross-species pharmacological corn being grown, spreading into species everywhere, nothing's done about it. There's all this hand-wringing about, oh my God, you had a paper bag. Oh my gosh, you have a Gibson guitar made 50 years ago. On and on and on. And they're saying, we're going to start SWAT teaming your house. Doesn't matter if you have a 70-year-old guitar. You better have paperwork or turn it into us. It's creating new black markets so they have a reason to seize people's property. They have a reason for asset forfeiture seizure. The criminals that are government and the mega corporations that control them are setting the precedent to shut down their competition. Now come on over here real fast and I want to show you a few of these articles. Here is the story out of the Wall Street Journal dealing with the evil American company. But don't worry, they'll get them just to move to China, where then, of course, they'll be totally left alone. Here is another report that I want to show you. Go to Google, the NSA search engine, and type in lemonade stand shutdown, and you'll get hundreds of articles. And there's a Forbes article, The Inexplicable War on Lemonade Stands. And 4-year-olds lemonade stand shut down and people arrested. And they say it's inexplicable. It's not inexplicable. They do outrageous things like the TSA sticking their hand down our pants to break our will and set the precedent to get away with anything they want. This is authoritarianism under a bunch of different rubrics. I'm Alex Jones reporting for Infowars.com. I'll see you live this Sunday, 4 to 6 p.m. on the radio where we'll cover this more.